So MGTOW here. This video is going to be about too late now, the thought police are coming. Now I can't explain about how love is like literally more dangerous and more addictive than hard drugs. It's worse than PCP. It's worse than crack, worse than meth, worse than heroin, than crocodile. Love is the worst. Now, and it ruins lives. It's what leads to deaths. To it nar like past narcissistic abuse plus modern society, the modern woman, like and all these shit tests plus all these extra laws that it's getting to the point where like if you even touch a woman's hair or kiss her, like in some countries and even in the future, you're gonna end up in jail and they're gonna send you to Rikers Island. And this law only goes one way. It doesn't go both ways. So there's like a whole lot of double standards. So like these the modern woman still wants you to make the first move, but making the first move will land you in jail. So you lose either way. And it's like love is the worst. It's like the then there's like the 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 woman who like plays around and messes with your head and gets inside your mind, and it's like the modern women are like they mess with your golden dreams, they mess with your logic, they mess with your emotions. It's like these days they're they mind rape you, they mind fuck you. So it's like they screw you up in the head, and then next thing you know, and then they go kind of go away or shut the door in your face right in the middle of the sentence or something, so you can't or and I don't know. The withdrawals are very bad. It's like the and, and like it's love is it's a primitive Darwinian drug that comes from evil evolutionary genes. Evolution coming from, Satan himself and from the first sin. Now we're all destined to maximally suffer in the world filled with narcissists, toxic people, other people who try to destroy your golden dreams, and others who like there's that other crime, especially after like they're like, oh look, we're being raped, and in some cases it does occur, but in more cases it tends to be false accusations. So these women aren't being punished for false accusations, and so then that think about it. What would that do for those women who do have the true words to say, who was truly in the situation like that? They'll believe her less because collectively most of them made false accusations. So it's an abuse of power. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. On top of that, uh, it's I mean people people shame, society shames single people, but they praise couples, and no one wants to talk about that one either. And uh, love is like, it's horrible. It, it's like it's like being bipolar, but worse. It's I mean the hidden crime that's not being talked about is how many of us are being mind fucked by we're being like tortured, abused psychologically and manipulated. We're being like they're raping our emotions, they're raping our mind. And I'm talking about at a psychological level, and that leaves scars for life. It's worse than if you were attacked by a bear. If you're attacked by a bear, the scars heal, and or but like if you're like they abuse your very mind, it's worse because that tends to leave scars that last much longer. It, so it's a battlefield of pain and suffering, and increasingly the dating pool has turned into the dating cesspool. So the best the best method, the best way to go is go MGTOW monk. Go monk mode. And like the other thing that society is doing is well they also use shaming language and they shame and here's the another double standard. They don't shame single women, but they shame single men. That the single guy who's single and like and he's minding his own business, following his goals and dreams. The society is like, oh look, why don't you have someone at the moment? Why aren't you dating? What what's wrong with you? What you gay? And he's not. He's not gay. He's just like the the $1 million question that no one wants to ask is, where have all the good women gone? That that's the $1 million question that no one's asking these days. I, like you know how there was the fall of Rome? Well, globalists, uh, like female hypergamy, uh, the dark sides of human nature, the modern agendas, the evil other agendas like that are like nihilistic and deadly, the evil like pro orgy, pro cuckery agenda that they're trying to brainwash dudes into liking to be cucked. Cucked meaning that the woman cheats on him and another guy, which she might do anyway because hypergamy, and like most of them are hypergamous. They see better deal. They want a monkey bash that better deal, and in the sense of if the guy is like, let's say he's a millionaire and like looks good and is fit and has confidence and is well dressed, then the woman wants the monkey bash. And he's younger. The woman wants the monkey badge to the other guy. But like, it's all about utility. The other factors is, well, society destroyed. They also destroyed religious foundations, and they also destroyed scientific foundations. The society is becoming idiocity. We're gonna end up living in a society that will increasingly become idiotic, till there will be nothing left but highly evil idiots doing stupid things and evil things. Idiocity is becoming a reality. Like the like on the other hand, if we had a little more like freedom with the laws, like more further, like legalize all or most the decriminalization, and to have modafinil, to have amp, to have like stacking them with memantine and other stuff. In future functional equivalents that could help create superintelligence. But would would society allow such technologies to exist, or they just ban it because they don't understand it? Like, uh, and and also it pretty much seems like a vault, a vault, or at least 99.9999% of all. But so MGTOW monk mode. Life is like painful and full of pain and suffering. I just want to go. Like, I wish I had more free time to myself in a laboratory, and that no one would go and butt in to whenever I'm doing science. Because it's like they are like anti-science people who ruin stuff. How dense could people get? It's like, what are the limits of human stupidity?
Just hear the confession of a love bug junkie.
The first time I did it, I was hooked, and I would do anything to get more, and I still do. Lie, cheat, steal, backstab. There is nothing I would not do to keep love bug flowing.